talked about. And that's exciting because this is something that is new to me, and I know that it's new to almost everybody watching this. And I think that something that is really like honestly getting me emotional the last few days, I'm like, I know we got guys on here, right? Okay, but I'm like, teaching women to trade is wild, right? Like being able to put females into what I consider to be a male's category is so crazy because we're not pushing products down people's throats, and like it's just been a ride and an experience, and it keeps getting better. And what I have learned so far is incredible, but what I've learned in the last week is absolutely insane. And the biggest thing I've learned is that there are people in this industry and in this company that you can just follow what they're doing and you're going to make money. It's like, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to push a rope. There's information from people that are super knowledgeable, that have everything laid out in front of you. Literally the person that I'm going to introduce you guys to is someone that was introduced to me that's very high up in the company. I think number three. I told him I'm coming for that spot on the chart there. But it's someone that trading is his life. Network marketing is not his life. Trading is, okay? And I want you guys to know that because I know there's a lot of stigma and sound about the industry, and this, I feel like it merges the two for the people that like it. It merges the two for the people that like the residual, right? But it also is enough of not merging to where you can feel like you're not dealing with the BS of the industry and you're still making money doing something completely new. Like I said, not shoving a product down people's throats. And it's just been insane. But I myself and Skylar were learning, and we're girls. We don't know trading. We don't know this, but we have an upline that's traded for 7 years, and he was like, "Look, I got this guy, okay, and he does these Zooms every Monday through Friday." And it's crazy. Like there's music playing, and it's like the hype and the vibe is there, and he can teach you. Like you can pass your challenge account just by following what he does. And so he put us on a call with him 4 or 5 days ago, I think. And literally on the call, he pulls a trade up and makes enough money in that moment. He was just showing us. He was like, let me just pull it up and show you. Because we were like, we want to learn, right? And in that moment, made enough money to pass a challenge account. So I know that he's been in the industry of trading for years. He has taught over 40,000 people to trade. I heard that someone put $500 in and made $1 million. I don't know. I'm gonna let him tell you his story. His name is Preston. He's super chill. He's super hip. He's cool, and I'm gonna let him take it from here.
Squad, ladies, what's up? Skylar, Amanda, thank you. Round of applause. Type some ones in the chat. Let's get some energy in here, guys. If you guys are ready to learn about this money matrix and ready to simplify this process, and you are super curious about this, and you already know you're all in, just type a one in the chat and just let me know because before I'm going to share a little bit of my story, right? On how I got started. Like Amanda said, I am not a network marketer by any means. I'm great at public speaking and I could sell, but network marketing and when I got into this space was never the overall goal. My goal was to understand crypto. My goal was to understand these charts and understand how to make money on my phone and stop trading in the wrong way where I was trading my time for my money. And then I wanted to start learning how to trade my money to free up my time. And it was during COVID. I had absolutely nothing. I had $14. I got my little stimulus check. And a friend of mine was telling me about trading. He had shown me his profits. I told him I was all in. Before I even got on an opportunity call, I didn't even do the opportunity call. I was in, right? Because I had already been exposed to the product through different wormholes on my phone that I knew I was interested. I just needed to know I felt comfortable, like you guys feel comfortable with Skylar and Amanda, to just get on the journey and be like, you know what, if this person right here can do it, I can do it too. And I signed up for a trading academy. I put $500 into a trading account. I put $500 into Bitcoin because that's how I had to fund my trading account. And I was off to the races. And within the first 6 months of being a product of the product, I was able to scale my account from $500 to $5,000. It doesn't sound like an amazing feat, but at that point, compounding my account was just so important to me. And once I found out that I was a product of the product, then I started talking about the product because it was very easy for me. I was very confident about it. And that's when I got my best friend and my business partner who actually mentors as well and calls signals. So we duplicate all the way. And I got him into trading. And then we started our trading journey. And along the way, the person who was selling the signals and teaching the education just disappeared. And all of a sudden, I had done the business side of this network marketing stuff that we do, right? And I had brought in about 300 people, and everybody was like, what do we do now? Where do we go? Where are the signals coming from? And I had to step up to the plate. I had to get on the Zoom calls and I had to start calling trades and show not only was the power of what we learned so important, but that it's duplicatable and it's not that hard. Once that started, I was able to start selling my signals, go into a business of it, got into Web3, was able to turn a very, very small fortune into a large one, just being in the right place at the right time. The way I teach is very, very simple, guys. I don't overcomplicate the markets. My youngest trader is about 15 years old and he is profitable. So when I say anybody can do this, anybody can truly do this. I'm about 5 years deep, high six-figure earner in multiple businesses just because of this product. So you guys have the ability to partner up with a company that not only holds your hand with the technology side, which is why I'm personally partnering with it and bringing my personal community in to this business model, because there is no limit to the amount of customers and potential people I can service, which I love teaching, right? But we have a system in place with this company where if you can order a pizza online, you can copy and paste a trade idea, like the girls were saying. And you guys are also going to have the ability, when you commit to the yearly, to really lock in with us 5 days a week and get you through the learning curve and this trading hump, if you will, really quick. You guys are going to have the ability to ask questions real time, get those questions answered. And honestly, with Amanda and Skylar, doing the back end with the business side too, you guys are all in a great place at the right time because these markets are spicing up to be very, very good for the next 24 months. And I just can't say it enough with enough enthusiasm and excitement that being in the right place at the right time is more important than having a lot of money, right? Having the right product and being a part of the right community is worth more than having a lot of money, right? Because your community is what's going to guide, what's going to grow, but what's going to show you all the different ways that this money matrix works, from getting paid daily, getting paid into crypto, understanding the markets, being financially literate, if you will, because when you start understanding the markets and I teach you guys the simplicity of it, you can't unsee it. And that's going to be the main focus on what it is training your eyes, training your mind, and showing up daily. And show you, if you show up daily and you could dedicate 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, then I can guarantee you're going to see results. So if you can dedicate 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, type a one in the chat right now if that's worth it for you. Personally, for me, 1 hour a day, 5 days a week is a very, very easy commitment. Very, very easy commitment. And that's what I like to see. So you're going to want to make sure that whoever invited you to this, you guys lock in immediately. The annual is going to provide a boot camp with our community privately, and you guys are going to want to be a part of this. We are going to 100% hold your hand all the way through. And I just can't tell you enough. You guys are in for a wild ride because this trading journey, like you see Amanda and Skylar, they were hooked once they started showing me their charts and how they were taking trades and passing challenges. That once we show you guys the true power of understanding the markets, you can't unsee it. And it's really all systems go. So one, I just really thank the ladies for just bringing me on and let me really kind of just introduce myself. Because now that you guys are locked in and committed, we're going to be seeing a lot of each other 5 days a week, sometimes six if you guys show up on Sundays. So, Preston, I appreciate you guys showing up. I'm going to pass it back over to the girls. And
Thank
thanks for
you.
letting me just kind of talk my story.
No, I appreciate it so much. I think I literally so first of all, I love your Zooms every day because for one, I love that you stop and play music. Like that's just like such a vibe. And it's in the morning, so it's like it just gets you going. I personally I have teenagers, so when you introduced the 15-year-old, I was so like, oh my gosh, like, and he was like so chill too. And I was like, oh my gosh, this kid is like literally got it going on, right? But I was like, this is like such a vibe, right? It wasn't just a trading Zoom. I was like, I'm like here for this 100%. One thing that I would love it if Skylar, if Coach Cowden could talk about a little bit. I know he's on here and I'll introduce him if he's available right this moment. But just talking about the tap to trade, I know personally that we have a lot of newbies that are watching and they're really like, okay, like I know in my mind that this is a great idea, but like what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to be doing? Do I have to invest a lot of money? No. The answer is no, but I'm going to let Skylar answer that. And what does this process kind of look like? Like, I've received a lot of messages that are like, I don't have the money to invest. But this is not an investment, okay? It's a sign up, and you're all used to that. If you're following me or you're following Skylar or Lambert, then you know what that looks like. But just a briefing of the comp plan, maybe a little, and maybe just the process, like how easy is this to get started and how easy is it once you get started? Because what Preston's talking about kind of comes next, but I wanted him to know that because that's important. It's important that once you get started, you're not going to be lost and that what's next is going to be training on it. But how hard is the beginning? I'm going to pass it to him if he's here.
Yeah, I'm here. You guys
Okay.
hear
Hi.
me? Guys, yeah, absolutely. Real quick, if you guys can drop some fire emojis in the chat, especially for Preston and his story. I get absolutely amazed every time I hear this and get to talk with the guy. So drop some fire emojis in the chat if you can. Babe, can you turn your yeah, thank you. Sorry, my wife's on here listening. I can hear myself echoing, so I hope you guys can't as well. So the tap to trade system, guys, this is something that I wish that I was introduced to when I first got started into trading because I was somebody that thought that I had all these excuses in the world, like I was a ninth grade dropout. So I didn't even have pre-algebra on the board, and I thought, oh, because I'm getting into trading, I have to understand math and doing this math thing. And I was like, no, dude, like I'm street smart, I got common sense, but I don't know how to math unless I got a calculator in my pocket, right? And so it induced this fear into me that when I seen these charts and I seen these different numbers and stuff like that, that I was going to have to do all this technical crap. And the reality is I didn't have to. I had people like Preston and stuff that showed me that it was way simpler than anything that I'd ever seen before or thought of, right? But with the tap to trade system, this really is essentially built to break the fear and it gives you something. It's like the Uber of trading, right? Like your Uber rides here, you can click the notification, see that your driver's there. This is the same thing. You get a notification through your phone, like we're 2025 guys. If you can't download an app, you don't like obviously you know how to download an app if you got on this call, right? And so we have this app and you link your trading account to it. And as a trader like Preston calls a trade, this trade alert comes through as a notification and you literally just hit an approve button and that trade is automatically taken on your account for you. Now, this is not a get rich quick gimmick or anything like that. What that is for is it's literally a tool, right? It's the proper tool that you can use to start earning while you learn. And that's the beautiful part of it. Because as you get in on these live calls and you do go through this boot camp and things like that, we're going to show you how to actually manually take those trades. But obviously, as somebody that gets excited when they invest into a product or they purchase a product or something like that, they want to get into it and start using it right away. Right. And so the tap to trade system is essentially for that, being able to help you earn while you learn. Now, Amanda did mention, obviously, there's, especially if you guys know Skylar Lambert and, Amanda Brunson here, these two ladies are queen when it comes to the network marketing space. I helped personally over 10,000 sponsored people and things like that and put them into the industry. But not only have they done that, they've created 6 and 7 figure earners in their network just by telling people about products that have helped them and changed their lives. This has the same ability here. It's a binary structure. We just introduced what they call daily pay so that you're getting daily pay. You're not only getting daily pay, but you're getting weekly pay. And I think this is one of the most beautiful parts of any of the systems, especially for myself, because that's what I love the most. And the reason why is when I got into the trading space, I realized that trading was 95% mental, 5% technique, right? Like somebody, Preston can call a signal and that signal can make thousands of dollars and he can call it to 100 people, but one person becomes profitable off of it simply based off of the mindset because they might get afraid, they might get scared or something like that. And it's like we can hold your hand so much, But the reason why, and what I've found is people come into trading with a 9 to 5 mindset, right? And they pay this membership price and they're like, oh man, I need to make enough money to pay this membership or pay myself back, or I need to be a millionaire overnight. And they allow this fear manipulation to get into their head and screw them over. And so why I love the compensation side of this so much is because when you're able to have the ability to build a residual check, that's the most eye-opening thing for myself, especially because we have residual bills, right? And it's like if I can be a documented 6, 7 and figure earner in the network marketing space, I'm not going to be too scared to lose $100 in an investment platform or into a trade. I'm not going to be scared to lose $1,000 in a trade because I know that I'm making 6, 7 figures over here, $500 or $1,000 on the compensation side of things. And so I think that having a compensation plan attached to the fact that now we're not only given a compensation plan, we're not only given a tap to trade system, we're not only given access to people that's made 6, 7 and 8 figures in the market, but we're also then given what they call a prop firm challenge as a gift to us that is not even our money, it's OPM, other people's money. And that's something that we're going to be going through in the boot camp, talking about this gift that's given to us. So now we're accessing other people's money, learning how to take advantage of other people's trades while we're telling friends and family about this. And now we're getting compensation on that side too. And so literally the money just is like the hands on the clock, like it's just going around on the multiple ways that we get paid. I don't know if you want me to touch any more on anything else that I said there, Amanda. If you want to bring it back, I can answer any
Yeah,
questions.
I think you did great. I thank you for that. I think the other people's money is something that someone asked me because I don't talk about that a lot, right? Like that's like for me in this industry, I'm like, and Skylar and I have talked about this. Like, I don't know, I don't know. Like that seems like taboo, right? Because I'm not used to this. But then once I started thinking about it, I was like, it's the same thing with the bank. Like literally, if the top 1% of the world funds everybody. They fund the bank accounts, they fund the everything. And so I'm like, because sometimes people wonder, like, how are savings accounts free or how are checking accounts free? It's because the 1% is funding those overdrafts. And then when there's fees involved, they make a cut. Like that's actually real life. Like I know that's weird, but it's the only way that I can think of the other people's money. So when you get started with a Koshx, you're gonna pay 149 to get started, right? Yes, it's 149. It's not 99 like other people. Okay, I get it. But that you're not investing $5,000. You're not investing anything. It's the same sign up as anything else. This company and this entire opportunity is the beauty of the network marketing part meeting the trading part. The way I look at it though is it's like I don't even I mean I hate to say I don't consider this network marketing because it is. I know it is, right? But it's literally it doesn't feel that way because it's just sharing that you're trading. Just like Skylar said just now, he's like, someone just shared with me that they were trading. But the other people's money comes into play because you're going to be put into a challenge account, right? And there's 10 days to that in theory. Like it's 2 phases. Once you pass that, you're funded with a challenge account that you get 80% of the profits of that. Yes, the person that funded that account gets 20%, but I mean, I'm like, I can't make this up. I cannot. I have somebody passing their challenge account tomorrow. Their phase two. She's gonna be funded tomorrow. She did it in the 10 days. And so I'm like, man, um, if you are someone that's like wanting to really just learn a new skill for one. A lot of people are like, I've always wanted to know how to do that. Like Bitcoin, this word's going around, this Ethereum word's going around. And then I mean, for me, and Skylar, we trade gold, Dow Jones. I've heard I need to learn a little bit more about that because it's a little scary, but we're learning, right? And so this is a platform that gives you the training and the skills, and we have the people. I've heard Skylar, Coach Cowden, Preston, you guys can tell me if I'm accurate on this. I've heard we're the fastest growing team in the entire MDC community. That's wild because MDC is how old? It's not new. This is not a new platform. I always have said since day one, I was looking at MDC because they had so many companies on their platform that with the industry, if one of them were to fall off, that was okay, right? Like imagine these people that are in a company and that's all they're doing because that their life is network marketing, which was me for the last like 16 years, okay? Um Anytime I was in that mode, if that company would have shut down and my or one affiliate, then my life would have literally changed overnight, okay? My life has changed overnight because of other things in the industry. It's not because of that. But that's why I was seeking a platform like MDC. I had no idea. If you guys remember this, I joined MDC because, which is my daily choice if you're new to that, because of the platform and the companies and the products that they had. I had the digital side was second to me. All of a sudden I realized, wow. So I think that speaks volumes because I had no idea the opportunity that I have my hands on at all. And we have people like, I mean, Skylar, Coach Cowden has answered every single call, every single text. He's always willing to put somebody in a three-way chat, on a three-way call. And that has been huge to Skylar Lambert and I because there's a lot that we don't know. And then in introducing us to Preston and the daily Zooms, the hype, the vibe, the knowledge, literally being able to be on a Zoom and watch somebody show you, you can take this trade right now. I mean, it's a no-brainer if you have been wanting to put your money somewhere that you can grow it. I think right now, where our economy is at, it's a no-brainer because it's like one income doesn't do it, one stream of income doesn't do it. And so I wouldn't be on here talking about having the answer if I didn't feel like 1,000% passionate about what we have our hands on and the explosion I think that's going to happen by the fact that you can make money by trading and then by introducing people to trade. And so I don't know if anybody else has anything as far as like
Oh, I'm
um
totally I'm itching to speak because I just get
got
really
you.
I
You
get so
got it. You got
I get
it.
so extremely passionate about this because the truth of the matter is I'm a product of a failed product, but I'm a product that the product work, right? Which is meaning I got totally in, right? And then the company didn't do what it was supposed to do, but guess what it was? I was able to actually obtain the knowledge and duplicate it to where my business model is recession proof. Like I've learned the skill set of onboarding and trading. I've learned the skill set of calling signals. I don't even need to do that. I can make money from my phone just off of trading, but I have a passion for teaching and doing this because I believe that if you do something, you have a duty, if it works, to teach as many people and duplicate for as many people possible, right? And I think that's where the real power is, especially when it comes to our community that we're building, that we're growing right now, is the power of duplication and just even bringing such badass women into the space, which, Coach and I, we talked about it, Skylar, Amanda, we all spoke about it. It's, we, it's already a convoluted space, but to even have a safer space where you guys can ask questions and really learn, earn, and grow together is amazing. And I just really feel excited with having Amanda and Skylar on because I know my girls, right, who I teach on trading, we get the bag daily. They want to build and they've already picked up the skill set and they're ready to go. And then we got Amanda and Skylar who are learning the skill set but are builders by nature. So we're really in this mesh of just this digital revolution that we're in right now. And just to give you an idea of where we're at, 95% of the world does not own crypto. You guys have the ability to make crypto and earn money out of thin air through the referrals, through the network marketing side, from the trading side, and all of that can fund your investment opportunity. And I talk about this every morning, especially Fridays are my crypto calls when we really go in. But as far as this opportunity for you guys, it all started right here for me, just like this, just on a call, just going, you know what, I'm going to show up, I'm going to go all in. I trust these people. I'm going for it. And that's what it did. And that's why we're here now a couple years later. And within the first 12 months of just following the process and given 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. If you can give 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, type that one in the chat again, because it's just so important that you understand that you don't need to be in these markets all the time. You do not need to become a millionaire overnight. You are not going to become a millionaire in 30 days. That's why we push an annual commitment, and we are going to go all in for you guys on the boot camp once you commit to the annual, because monthly people fall off like flies. There's no skin in the game for them. And if you can't
That's
go
so
all in,
true.
you can't, and that's statistically for me, right? Is I notice statistically for the people who do my annual mentorships, they follow through and they become profitable. The people who do the monthly, they get mad that they didn't make money in 2 weeks and they dip. Right. So if you're not one of those people and you know that this is going to take time, but if you trust the process with the digital product we have and trust the onboarding system, you will create a reoccurring loop of money into Bitcoin, into referral, into money, into trading, into Bitcoin, into referral, money, trade, and it just becomes a flow state of money. And I just can't tell you right now, with the way the markets are shaping up, the work that you do in the next 12 months has the ability to 50x staying in these markets. And I will show you on the charts why I know that's going to happen. So I'm going to pass it back on over to the girls, because I'll just keep yapping because I like hearing my own voice. But
No, it's okay. I love that. There's a couple things, and then I do have a question for you. But so for me, I think that this covers it covers both areas, right? Like I'm always saying when it comes to the networking side, like if you can if you can tell somebody about the new meal you had last night at Chili's or at Outback or whatever, like I'm like, yo, I know somebody has told someone about Alice Springs chicken at Outback Steakhouse. Like everybody has told somebody about that, okay? If you can talk about that, you can talk about anything. Like anything, right? I'm like, oh, there's this dry shampoo that I use and it doesn't leave white residue. Okay. I say that to females, they're like, I need to buy it. It's the same thing with this, right? Obviously. But if the on the flip side of that, with the tap to trade, it's like if you can click a Facebook notification, literally, I'm telling you, a notification comes in on your phone and it says so and so has put through a tap to trade. This is an educator that the company has hired, right, to do this, that they've obviously proven that they can trade and that they have credentials to do that. And a track record of a great percentage, whatever. All you do is hit approve. Like the things you don't know about already, the stop loss, the take profit, which were things I didn't even know what they meant. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta slow down and like talk my own lingo for a second, or just give me a dictionary. I don't know. But if you can click a Facebook notification, you can trade. And somebody theoretically, I've heard that Ali did this. I think he posted that he actually went through an entire 200K account just on tap to trades. I think he's the only one that's done it. But it's teaching you. It's teaching you to look at a chart. If you haven't seen my Facebook, I screenshot my chart of the market right where it is. And I asked Chat GPT, what is this about to do? Can you tell me? And then it tells me this. And then I said, teach this, talk to me like I'm a toddler. And it said, well, it's like a bouncy ball. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. And then I said, okay, so what should I do next? Literally, I made $1,300 in one day, and I'm not making an income claim, whatever. But I did that based on asking Chat GPT, what should I do next? I can't make this up, okay? I'm curious though, Preston. This is the question I have for you. This is your only job, right? And Coach Cowden for you too. This is your only job. And if you I mean, I know we don't want to make income claims, but if you wanted to talk about how much you've made. The reason I say this is because the two of you are the epitome of what we don't think the trading world looks like. Let's be real, okay? We think of suits, we think of all these monitors, we think of this tie that someone's like adjusting when they leave the office because they made all this money. And the two of you are like just like me, just like these people watching. And I want them to know that when they're entering the trading world, it's not like they're entering some business setting where everything is like prim and proper and all the things, you know?
well, I mean, I'll just say this because I don't like making money claims, but I'm forever in the green. I'll never be in the red. in this space ever. My partner is on the call with us. We have a compound out in Montana. We're pretty much, you know, debt free, right? And that's I always push the end goal. I don't really push the financial goal. I could just say this: I'm forever in the green, and I can maintain my lifestyle if the world stops today, and I will be good.
In Cali, which I think is important to say.
I'm in Cali right now visiting. I actually have our compound is in Montana.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah, so just a little, I mean, I guess a little background, right? Originally from Cali, I actually learned how to trade when I was in Maui. Maui fires happened. You know, did really well out there, sold that, and we got a compound in Montana, Freedom Country.
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, I'll touch on that too. I mean, you asked the same question
Please. Thank you.
without making money claims. I mean, I'll just tell you guys, you know, I grew up fatherless and then became a father. So went from fatherless to being a father. I was single doing it on my own. You know, I'm from Indiana, and just even being able to be a single dad with the mother's presence on the other side, obviously, because we had just separated. But for me to go through court battles and all of that, jobless, mind you, to then with the number one goal of not only did I want to be at the school pickup line every morning and every drop off and things like that. I've not missed a single pick up, a school parent conference, nothing like that. But my other goal was that whole time that I went from being fatherless, I watched my mom work 2 to 3 jobs. She's slung hair her entire life. She's made no more than $30,000 a year. And on July 26th, I'm packing everything I own right now currently, driving 1,700 miles, just bought a house in Arizona, and I'm retiring my mom with that. And I haven't had to have a job in 6.5 years because of trading, because of investing, because meeting people like Preston, right? I had a mentor a long time ago tell me, Skylar, you got $1 million mindset. Stop surrounding yourself with people that have one set minds. And
Yeah.
when I realized that, and I didn't even get on an opportunity call like this when I learned about trading. I literally got hit up by somebody that was running a freaking bot on Instagram, and I checked out their profile. And to me, excuse the language, but he was a hickerbilly. You know, he was a big bearded guy, bald, covered in tattoos. He didn't look like a suit and tie wearing person. And I was like, wait. And I started seeing his profits. And I was like, what the heck? So I messaged him again. I was like, dude, why are you ignoring me? He finally calls me one day and he's like, I'm so sorry. I've been having an AI run. And I was like, well, where's the sign up link? I want in. 6.5 months later, I was able to walk away from a 6-figure job. I had just went from laying cable lines to then trying my field out in the sales department, flipping cell phones. And that wasn't working for me. But when I see money on the market, like on the charts, that did. And so just because I seen some AI bot message me on Instagram and seen somebody just like me could do this, I was able to do that. Now, obviously, I've been trading for 7 years profitably since, but that's the power of trading, and that's the power of investing in yourself. That's the power of, you know, saying yes to an opportunity instead of no all the damn time, right?
Mhm.
And so without making money claims, I mean, that's just my story.
Yeah. No, I love it that like you're from Indiana
Yep.
and Preston's like you guys are from opposite ends of the US, literally. And I love it. I love it when you talk about being a dad because I think it's so important. Like a lot of us are parents, right? And I've had a lot of calls with you, obviously, like, what does this mean? What does this mean? Like, I mean, if you think you're a beginner, I was a beginner. I was like, I said to Skylar Lambert, I'm like, yo, Skylar is telling anybody, like, this Amanda girl, she's on it, she's ready, but she don't know nothing about this, okay? But one of the first calls I was on with you, I never heard you say fatherless to being a father until an actual live call with you. But one of the first like one-on-ones I was on with you, your daughter came in and she said, "Dad, I want to be," I forget what she said for Halloween. And you were like, but it honestly brings things full circle because you were able to take time away just for a second to talk to her about that and then still do your job. Like, and I think that that's important when it comes to this industry and just trading is like, I mean, the way I trade, I keep my eyes on it all the time. But the way these guys trade, they take smart, executed trades and it's mind blowing to watch. And then you're just like, "Ugh, I cannot believe you just did that." But I mean, Preston pulled up the chart the other night and he was like, this is where we're going to go in. This is where we're going to come out. And I forget what term it was, but I said, I don't know what a signal is. And they were like, that's just where somebody, what'd you say?
Where
That's where
somebody
they call
copy
it
and yeah, it's where I call the trade.
Somebody's just calling the shot. So I mean, and this was just what, 2 days ago, and I've been trading for a minute now, and I still had no idea. I still don't know what a pip is. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's things I just don't know. I'm like, I don't need to know all the things. I just need to
Mm-mm.
know that I see this working for people. Okay, that's it, right? All
Facts.
right.
And you don't want to overcomplicate this. And you guys are just in a really good situation right now,
Yeah.
especially with the girls on the build side and us on the trading side. Um, I'm
Man, I got to
excited.
chime in
I'm
because
excited to see everybody.
when I first got started into trading, I got on YouTube and stuff like that, and I seen so many fake gurus. And Preston was somebody, man, when I first met Preston, I identified him by a tattoo because we were in the same crypto community. Like I had no idea who I was looking for. I just seen a tattoo on his leg, and I was like, there's no way that I'm on this plane with a bunch of people and somebody has a chilling chameleon tattoo. I was like, this has got to be the guy I'm meeting. But when I met him and he introduced me to his community was called Fake Gurus or no more fake gurus. And I was like, what? And then I actually got to see that he was somebody, an individual that, seeded out all those fake gurus online where you did look at the chart and you got confused. Like when you look at this man's chart, it's nothing like what you see because everybody's trying to sell an indicator or a bot or an AI or a
Yeah.
scam. Something like that, and Preston's not somebody that does that, and I thought that was beautiful. I had to interrupt you there because of the fake guru stuff, but yeah, and like guys, like with trading, I mean, I even met the love of my life because of trading. She's sitting here on the call with us too. And, I had the opportunity I never wanted to go to the UK and I never want to go back until I met this woman. But because of trading and not having to like call a 9 to 5 and tell them that I needed the week off or whatnot, like I was able to fly out to the UK and meet this woman. Right. And then I was able to fly her here. And now we're, creating a life outside of that. And because of the freedom that tradings gave us. And so you don't need the 9 to 5 mentality. You don't need to stare at a chart all day. That
Yeah.
sounds cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we really does this. We really does this. And I just want to shout out, I got a couple people in here in my community. And when we talked about ChatGPT, we keep a really tight-knit community. Like I know everybody personally. And as you guys start filtering in, I will get to know you guys all personally too. It's kind of like my life's mission is to meet people I teach how to make money for. But we've been vetted through ChatGPT. My buddy Leo, who's on the chat right now, we were at lunch the other day, and I just have to chime this and we'll wrap this up. But he was like, yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to pay him for mentorship. And like, I was like, copy and paste in all his charts and his stuff. And like, Chat GBT is like, oh no, he's the real deal. Like, that analysis is about as spot on gets. So we've been battle tested against Chat GBT. Shout out Leo for putting me through the ringer. But, we really make this trading stuff very, very easy because it can be very, very overwhelming. And as you're seeing in the chat, my youngest students are 15, 16, 18. If they can do it and give 1 hour a day, I know everybody here can too. So let's fucking get it,
Awesome.
guys.
Awesome. I love it so much. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, Preston, Coach Cowden. I know Skylar Lambert is dealing with some major sugar drops today, and so she hasn't been on the video much, but thinking about you, girly girl. I want you guys to know that we're all here for you and that this is just the beginning, right? Like it's really time right now. It's your time. If you've watched it this long, then holy crap, like what are you even doing right now? You have all the sides of it. You have all the sides of the globe, all the sides of everything as far as the business side, the trading side, and the time is really right now. So I love you guys. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for staying this long. Thank you to the people that chimed in and gave their stories. Preston, Skylar, I appreciate you guys so much. And if you have questions, let me know. Let one of us know, right? Whoever invited you to this call, let us know. Get with them, get signed up. It's worth it. It's worth the $149 for you. That's the only investment that you're going to make. This is not a huge investment. It's not this huge 10K thing, right? Give it a chance and learn something new. Put your money into something that's going to help it grow a little and trust the people that are doing it every day with percentages that are in the green, never in the red, because you deserve it. Your money that you work for, you work hard for it, and you deserve everything. You deserve more success in the whole world. I love y'all. Bye, guys.